even. This is just a HD camera, so it should be doing better than this. Anyway, it should be better than directly from YouTube capture, even though this is a HD camera I'm using. Okay, this video is about moving and stuff. I think I'm going quiet again. That's fine. So I think people have different ideas or outlooks when it comes to moving from home. I remember growing up, the idea was you had to move out by the age of 18 somehow. That's not going to happen. Good age, I think, is between the early 20s to just before 30s, so late 20s bracket, 25 to 27. But I think the main things are that you finish your education, if that's a necessary thing. So, for example, if you really want to live in New York, but you're studying in Hull, is it worth buying a New York house now, or waiting until you finish your studies in Hull? Are you going to buy a house in Hull, then move to New York? You know, all these things consider. And career, what do you think you're gonna be more likely to have a good career? Therefore, do you want to move towards your career, or still live away from your career and just travel to your career? There are loads of things to consider, budgets and things like that, and areas that you want to live anyway. So yeah, it's a lot to think about. Which is why when you watch it, and it's all really expensive, and you have to think about whether you want to rent or buy, get a mortgage. So yeah, that's the thing. So and that's why I think it's really important to not expect people to move that by the age of 10 or something ridiculous like that. If people are, luckily for them, millionaires at that age, then yeah, but no one wants to still be at home at the age of 30, but if that's necessary, so that when you move in and you're settled, as opposed to move in but you're not settled and you're still sort of finding yourself. And I think everyone wants a perfect house first time around, whether it's a mansion or a castle or a flat. So that's why it's sometimes better to stay with your parents, maybe, or whoever you're living with, or wherever you're living, for a bit longer to save up if that's possible, and that bit, okay. But there are different reasons that sometimes people just can't wait to get away, even if it means that they'll have to rent first, then buy, or get a mortgage, then pay it off, or whatever, as opposed to just buy it, or just rent, or just do whatever else they would ideally do first time around. Not everyone has the same type of household or the same type of goals, so it is different for everyone else. So take what I say lightly, of course. Yeah, this is my take on it. Take your time, do a lot of research. When you go house hunting, as I've done as a student, look around properly. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Afraid and scared at the same time. Don't be scared. That sounds like it should be a Scottish word. Don't be scared to go in now. That wasn't Scottish. I don't know what that was. Anyway, don't be scared to go in now. and really check out the room, really check out the space, kitchen, whatever it is. Or do you want your place built from scratch? There's even a lot more money. Do you want to go into properties eventually? So much to think about. So I think don't feel rushed to have moved out by a certain age. I've said 25, 27. That's just the ideal age, I think. If you can move out earlier, great. If you have to move out later, then that's just the way it is, because everyone has different circumstances. Just, it's all about getting it right first time around if possible. So, no pressure, guys, no pressure. There's the early 20s crisis that I was talking to someone about once, which is, I don't know where I'm going with my life, as opposed to the mid-20s crisis, which is also I don't know where I'm going with my life. But the early 20s crisis is you can see the future and it looks bleak. Whereas the mid 20s crisis, I should have all of this by now and I don't have it yet. Why? So yeah, if you're having an early 20s crisis, and part of that is it doesn't look like you're going to, I don't know, be married by 25 like you wanted to be, have kids by 27 like you wanted to, have a house by 23 or 24, whatever, like you want to, then remember that it's okay, because when you planned all of that, you probably didn't know what life was going to hit you with, and life does that sometimes. It just chucks Daleks at you. So remember that it's chucked Daleks at you that you weren't expecting, and try and breathe. That always helps. I think that's all I have to say for now. Yeah, that's it. So this is my VEDA for day 6, and it was about moving, and if you're watching this and have different opinions on it, let me know, because it'll be interesting to have opinions. Or just tweet it around. Share, sub, like, subscribe. Is that what he says? I've forgotten the order. It wasn't like, it's just rate it. Share, rate, subscribe, comment. Yeah. To summarize, don't feel pressure to move away like ridiculously fast because all your friends have done. Like, they lived in halls, then they went straight away to a house of their own. Go at your own pace. Try not to worry for the early 20s crisis. If you do, however, then just see what you can do to sort of change things a bit, if there is anything you can do. And if you can't, then that's just life sometimes. So remember that. Remember that life's unfortunately not a fairy tale. So that you just need a bit more patience. And that's it for today. I'm not engaged, by the way. I just put this ring on, but I'm not. It's just a pretty ring. No, nobody wants me that way, unfortunately. Maybe one day. Maybe. Nah, don't believe in fairy tales. Okay, bye. See you next time for the next VEDA. Or VEDA, however you pronounce it. Bye.